Good morning, Rams. Welcome to today's Ram Report morning show. I'm your host, Alejandro Mendoza, with today's scoop. Let's go take a look. For our top story, East Windsor has been hit by a winter storm. Here's Matthew Salter with the story.
For the first time this year, Hightstown and most of New Jersey was hit with a major winter storm on Wednesday evening. The nor'easter came in from the west, packing a punch, dumping snow quickly, accompanied by a gusty winds. Here in Hightstown, we got about 6 inches of snow. Winds also ranged from 15 to 20 miles per hour, with gusts up to 35 miles per hour. The winter storm gave the East Windsor Regional School District a surprise snow day. Make sure to continue to use caution when driving on the roads, as the wet snow can easily refreeze, causing icy conditions. Be safe, Rams. I'm Matthew Salter with the Ram Report. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Salter. For our next story, Spirit Week. Wow, even in remote learning on winter storm, some in Hightstown live on like Spirit Week. Here's Josh C. with the story.
As announced on last week's show, the school is currently in the midst of a remote Spirit Bonanza. The Spirit Days, which started on Wednesday, will run until the beginning of winter break and include themes such as Ugly Sweater Day and Holiday Color Day. Although it isn't the same as our in-person Spirit Weeks, tons of Rams have been showing their remote spirit in their Zoom classes.
The main purpose of Spirit Weeks during virtual learning is to get our school united and put up a front together that even through these hard times we can still get through it as a united school. We chose Spirit Week to be on a Wednesday to another Wednesday because we wanted a full week for everyone to celebrate all religions and celebrate all the holidays, and we thought if we did it in a week, that would be plenty of time.
The student body here at HHS sure is lucky to have an active and thoughtful student council, finding ways for students to feel the Ram spirit while at home. It's an important reminder that even though we're apart, the Rams are still one connected family. If you haven't already, join in on the festivities next week for Pajama, Winter Wonderland, and New Year's Days. I'm Josh Carmona with the Ram Report. Back to you.
Wow, thank you, Josh. It's nice to know that in remote learning, we're still reminded of the Spirit Week. Oh, by the way, the Clothing for Girls Club will be holding a meeting on Monday, December 21st. After school, and anybody interested should email Ms. Jimenez at ljimenez@eWRSD.k12.nj.us for the link. For our next story, HHS Westerns. That's right, the Honors Narrative class, it has the productions underway, and we're going to ask Parker what's going on.
There are many amazing film and visual arts courses available at Hightstown High School, one of which is Honors Narrative Filmmaking. Honors Narrative Filmmaking is geared towards telling high-quality stories in the form of short films, and one of these films is one of the Western genre. Last year, the Ram Report covered the Westerns around this time of the year, and following that precedent, the Westerns of this year's course are well underway. We spoke with the director of one of the Western films, Justin Zabigal, to see how their progress has been going thus far.
I'm definitely happy with the progress my group and I have made so far with our Western films. I think one thing people don't really know is that it's a very lengthy process. We started a couple months ago with pre-production stuff like screenplay, storyboards, then finally moving into filming, which we started a couple weeks ago. And while it's a very lengthy process, it's an enjoyable one. I think my group and I are working very well together. And, our goal is to produce a 20-minute film by the end of the semester. And, hopefully our efforts will, put our best product on screen, and I'm excited to see how that's going to turn out, and I hope that it's going to be something that people would want to watch.
It's great to see that one of the best visual arts programs at Hightstown High School is able to continue despite the circumstances. I'm Parker Bennick with the Ram Report. Back to you.
Thank you, Parker. It's glad to see these movies coming back together. Now, for our next story, politics. Alright, so recently the Congressional Progressive Caucus has recently gained a new member, Bonnie Watson Coleman. Here's Laura Pavlovic with more on the story.
On December 8th, Congresswoman Bonnie Watson Coleman was elected Vice Chair at Large of the Congressional Progressive Caucus. The Congressional Progressive Caucus was founded by Vermont Senator and former presidential candidate Bernie Sanders. It represents the most left-leaning and progressive faction of the Democratic Party. The Congresswoman has served as U.S. Representative for New Jersey's 12th Congressional District since 2015 and plans to focus on addressing economic inequality in her new role in order to offer a path forward for progressives in Congress. I'm Laura Pavlovic for the RAM Report. Back to you.
Wow, thank you, Laura. Hopefully this congresswoman will be able to make the significant changes she wants in her new position. Alright, for our last story, the yearbook. Now I have a question. Where have the years gone by? Here's Alex Fayes to answer that story.
As of last week, Hightstown officially started offering yearbooks to Hightstown students. They will cost around $90 and will be available until later in the year. They will include senior pictures, senior superlatives, all sports teams, all clubs, and all programs, and more. If you want to purchase a yearbook, please do so through the Hightstown website or through your school email. I'm Alex Fayes with the RAM Report. Back to you in the studio.
Great job, Alex. What's our next story? Wait, what? Aw, man. That concludes this week's RAM Report. Well, thanks for staying tuned in. And come back next week for my Hightstown High School related news. It goes without saying, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, and have a Rammy day. And don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. Have a good day.